All right. Here we are. Yes.
Woohoo.
Let's get that funky iPad out and make sure that it is connected to the right inputs and outputs. Load up my copy of iJingle. Isabella, it is that time of the week. Do you know exactly what day and what time it is? Do you happen to have any idea?
It's Friday the 13th and 1 o'clock, 13 hours.
Seriously? There's a lot of 13s there, but we know that doesn't mean anything. It just means we're going to have lots of fun on Free Jingle Friday, right, Isabella?
We're going to have a ton of fun, in fact. I've been looking forward to this for the whole week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it really that good?
It's that good. I mean, to me anyway. I hope you guys are having fun too. And girls, guys and girls, right?
Absolutely. So we're here in my messy studio. Look at this. I've got like trunking cable coming out of my ears, literally coming out of my ears right now.
I would like to see this once actually coming out of your ears. Can you make that happen?
No.
Like trail the wire through one ear to the next?
It's a nightmare. You know, anyone who says cable management is easy is lying. But I'm still working on it. It's a whip. It's a work in progress. Isabella's here. I'm Mike Russell from Music Radio Creative. And this, from the sunny Isle of Wight, I'm pleased to report, it's nice and sunny, is Free Jingle Friday! Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for joining in. And it's so great to have you here. So perhaps first of all, a very quick reminder of what the Free Jingle Friday is about. If you are joining us for the first time, first of all, put your hand up. We would love to hear from you.
Type new. Yes.
That's right. Post
right
new
now.
in the comment. Right now. Don't delay this. Post new now.
Yeah. I can see Chris Mumford's there saying hi from sunny Billericay. We've got Doug, who's already saying drop the scripts in, get the scripts going. Hugh got Radio. Travis saying hey guys. Stuart there. Bjorn saying hi. Mr. Clive Russell.
Mr. Clive Russell. I know this always gets me every week.
Jurgen
Clive,
is new.
every
Travis
week.
is new. Radio Litchfield. We love you, Radio Litchfield. You're in and old.
Yay.
Josephine, second time here. Nice to have you here, Josephine. We got Paul as well. Leonardo from Brazil. Mel says, how do you request a super chat? Well, Isabella, you better explain exactly how the kind of rules
exactly
work.
what I was about to go.
What is this live stream all about? And what are the golden rules of Free Jingle Friday?
Right, the golden rules. Are you ready for this? So, first of all, welcome to Free Jingle Friday. Second of all you need to do is come up with like a really good script and type it in the script box. I mean, it's your script, so obviously it has to be it can be anything you want it to be. We don't judge. As long as it's, family friendly. We are a family show here, so absolutely, no swearing or kind of hardcore politics or anything like that, please. So post in your script in the comments. That's all you have to do. So if you're watching us on Facebook or on YouTube, type in your script in the comments. We have wonderful Dominic, who's part of our team here, in the comments, and he's looking at all the scripts that are coming in, and he's carefully trying to capture all of them for us in an individual spreadsheet so that we can start recording them very soon for you. Now, we are going to keep chatting for the next half an hour, 27 minutes to be exact, and that's essentially how long you've got to post your script. So we are going to take script submissions up until to that point. And then we will essentially stop and start recording. Now, you can super chat. Super chat is only available on YouTube. And what it does, it gives you ability to skip the queue, have your script not just recorded, but also produced right here live on the show. So at 1:30, we're going to start recording, first of all the super chats. Then Mike is going to produce them.
Can I also say at this stage that Super Chat is only available in certain areas as well. It's only available in certain areas.
Yes.
So, please be aware of that.
Yes, absolutely. And please no spamming in the comments. I've just I need to put somebody...
Spamming.
No spamming. I'm just putting somebody in a timeout because of a lot of hellos coming in.
Can I do a little bit of news while people are dropping their super chats in and getting their free jingle requests in? I just wanted to take you behind the scenes here. So, as you might have seen here from the studio, it's a little bit chaotic here. I'm trying desperately to make a video for you guys about cable management for my channel. There's a big boom arm in the way of my face, by the way, today. So that is proving harder than I thought it would be. Let me actually bring you behind the scenes with the green screen in the background here. So this is me with my green screen, so I can do the MRC live and all of that. And you see I've got that boom because I've been shooting more YouTube videos for you to watch on the channel. And I've been planning for months now to make this cable management video. But, you see these cable management videos on YouTube, and they make it look easy. It's like a 5-minute video, and they go from everything messy to like screen wipe, everything clean. But really, in reality, it's not like that. I have been cable managing now, Isabella, for how long?
Cable managing. No. You have been trying to cable manage for over a month. You are not managing. Let's just make this clear. This isn't happening.
I managed to do one side of the desk, but it's a complete nightmare. Yes. And the thing is, once you work out where things go, like some cables aren't long enough, and you have to order another cable, and then other cables don't fit, or you change your mind, and then instead of an XLR cable, you need two 6.35 mils or quarter inches if you're in America, and it's just crazy. And then you change your mind about gear. For instance, you might have seen on my channel, Focusrite were kind enough and very cool enough to send out their new Scarlett 2i2 interface. So I've actually done a review of that and show you how to record a podcast with that audio interface, which I think is a killer audio interface. If you just want a very basic, great sounding audio interface, go for Focusrite. I've had this one for years. This one is the 2i2 second gen, and it looks like that. Again, this is not paid. This is not sponsored. I'm not getting paid any money for this. I just simply have used this product for a long time, and I got sent one by Focusrite, so that's the full disclaimer there. But this is the old second gen one now, and it's just like, so I pulled that out of our live stream setup. This is the thing, and I had all the cables for that managed. They were all in place, and then I had to rip the tape off and pull it out, and then put in the third generation 2i2, which is actually what we're using to live stream today, because we run everything through a bunch of DBXs, about 3 or 4 DBXs in total. Audio processors, and then finally into the XLR inputs 1 and 2 on the Scarlett 2i2. And I hope the audio is sounding okay. In fact, can anyone say in the comments now whether the audio is still sounding the same? I'm a bit worried because I did notice when I changed over, the levels were slightly different to set on the Focusrite third gen. So just let me know, is this stream sounding quieter than usual, louder than usual? For those of you who say you're old and you've been here before, is it sounding the same as before? Is there any audio issue at all? Are there any crackles on the stream? Is anything dropping out?
Everybody says audio's good, audio's fine. And Andy,
cool.
It's good. It's good. We're good. Mike, we're good. We're simply good. Thank you so much for all the super chats that are coming in, by the way. Really, really appreciate it. You kind of, just wanted to finish my flow in there as well, just very quickly, and say that once we record all the super chats, we will record everything else afterwards. But in the middle bit of the show, so to speak, you are able to learn a ton from Mike, the producer.
I'll do my best. I will do my best. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So just a few shout outs. Hello to Marcus, who's one of our voiceover artists actually here at Music Radio Creative.
Cool.
He's watching us all the way from Germany. Marcus is one of our German voices. So hello to you, and hello to Trevor, to Vincent, Wayne, Nikayaso, and Emmanuel watching us on Facebook as well.
Oh, wow. It's so much fun.
You're jingling it today.
I'm jingling it up. I haven't jingled for a while, so we'll play a few jingles.
Do you know,
back to back.
I kind of started thinking like we need a new jingle. We really need a new jingle.
Yeah, we do.
We really do. So, yeah, I'm going to be working on a new jingle.
Cool, and I just wanted to say at this stage, actually, another thing is I've shaped the sound of the stream a little bit, because for a while, and again, this is Geeky Chat, for those of you who are geeky, you're clearly here because you love audio. I'll tell you more about that. That's the blog, by the way, in the background. Just cut to here, because you can see the DBX is here. Again, it's all very messy, so I apologize for this, but you can see, just to take you through the DBX units that I have here in our studio. We have a DBX 166XS on the top. That is the processor. That's the thing that processes all the audio you hear before you hear it. So my microphone, the jingles, the audio, anything from Adobe Audition, it all goes through that.
Hang on, are you showing off your racks?
Yeah, I'm kind of showing my racks.
He's showing off his racks. Absolutely.
I was going to do a dedicated video about this, and I'm kind of showing off a little bit. But also, I'm going to get some. When I got this desk installed, I got a load of blanking plates. So there are a lot of holes there, and I'm hoping to fill them. So maybe we'll do a dedicated video asking for your suggestions on rack units that I must have. My 19-inch rack units. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So DBX 166XS processes the overall signal. That is the final thing before it goes into the Scarlett 2i2 and hits your ears on the stream. So it kind of compresses, really, really nice. It's got a lovely stereo compressor on there for left and right channels. And then you can see it's kind of below that. It's kind of going in that order, like a waterfall on my desk. Below that is an EQ unit from DBX. You might just get the hint that I like DBX a little bit.
Just a tiny bit?
I got the 215S, and that, up until this week, I had all the EQ set at neutral. So that EQ unit goes into the 166XS. So I can shape the EQ before I compress. Remember, ENCN, yeah? ENCN, my old video. Equalize first, then compress. So equalizing using analog hardware here. But for a while, like I say, I had all the dials there at neutral. You might just be able to see them in the shot here. And now I have fiddled about with the dials, and I've done a little bit of sound shaping to my ear, to what I thought sounded good, because I'm kind of using my old radio background of like, let's process the heck out of this live stream so that when people come here, they're like, wow, this live stream has really tasty audio.
Yeah.
So I kind of boosted the high end. You got a 16K, a 10K, a 6.3K boost there slightly, ever so slightly. I pulled out a bit of that sort of like telephony mid-range, the 1K, the 1.6, the 2.5. I've upped the 400 and 630 hertz, the tasty low end. And then I kind of stayed about neutral at the 250, 160, and then down at the very, very bassy end, you know, where the real beats kick in. Anything from any nice jingle that I'm going to play you, any of the bass line that you get like this.
The audio guru is here. Whoa. He knows Adobe Audition in and downtown is here to help you out, Mike Russell.
So the bass on that jingle should sound really good, because I've kind of given a boost around 40, 63 and 100 hertz. Now I know that's not going to affect my voice because I haven't got 100 hertz in my voice, but for things like jingles with the kick drums and stuff like that, it should sound awesome. And then before that on my rack, I've got two 286S's, DBX 286S. Everyone knows what they are, surely. Well, if you're watching this channel, everyone does. They process a microphone. So what I always say is, when you're doing a live stream, when you're doing a podcast, there's some great bits of kit, some mobile bits of kit, but if you're working from a studio, you just need a DBX 286S. And don't get one to serve like multiple microphones. Get a DBX 286S for each microphone that you have. That's the best solution. You can see this one that's flashing away as I talk. That's my DBX. That's on this AKG C414 XL2 microphone. And then the one below that is on Isabella's P420.
Yay.
It's on your P420. Wow, you've drawn the curtains and you're looking super nice.
Sorry, yeah. Do you know what? It's such a warm sun out there. I was just sitting here and thinking I am getting a ton of, like, lots of heat, so I had to kind of tone it down. But I wonder if you can turn my light down a little bit, because I think that now it's a little bit too bright.
It did go a little bit bright, didn't it? So,
yes.
And I was going to say about your microphone. You've got the P420,
which I love, by the way. I really love that microphone.
And it's back to sounding good this week, because it sounded a little bit off. I have to say, it sounded a little bit off last week, but this week it sounds okay, because I kind of, like I say, I've been messing about with the studio, rerouting things, trying to cable manage a bit, and still it's not quite there. But yeah, I tried rerouting your mic a different way, and and it didn't work. It made it sound all boxy. It didn't go through the same EQ settings I had before, and it's just awful. But now it sounds great. But one mic I'm really digging at the moment, actually, is the Audio Technica. Not the Audio Technica. What am I talking about? I do like Audio Technica.
I know
mics.
you do, yeah.
I used to use the AT4033 for ages, but no, it's an AKG mic. So the P420, which you're using.
The video, by the way, the video is on me. You might want to switch it.
No, I switched it to me now.
Oh, it's switched.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So sorry, I'm just like hitting lots of buttons on my Stream Deck, and I hit the wrong
all
button.
the buttons, all the knobs, you have to twist the mic. Everything is confusing you today.
kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
But yeah.
So sorry.
Anyway, I didn't finish. What I was trying to say is that I picked up the P120 from AKG, which is half the price of your P420.
Oh, yeah.
And your P420 microphone already, I think, sounds really good as it is. It's like, what, $199 for that microphone?
Yeah, I think something close
well,
to that.
if you go ahead and pick up the P120, it's half the price, but I think it sounds awesome. Like, I was just testing it out. This is a $99 microphone, and it just sounds amazing. It's the P120 from AKG.
Wow, that's really cool. There you go. So AKG does do a really good microphones.
Again,
general,
I'm not being sponsored to say that, just full disclosure. Occasionally, from time to time, AKG will send me a mic out to try, but in this instance, I just wanted to say that I like the P120.
Ooh,
Simple
nice.
as that.
Very good. Now, can I do a little bit of housekeeping, please? Is that all right?
Yes, go on.
Because I can see, first of all, please make sure to submit your script only once. There really isn't any point in submitting it more than once. In fact, it makes our work so much harder. And so we effectively can make more mistakes if we get a ton of the same submissions, because it's very time consuming for us to filter through. We will only record it once. So please, if you can, make sure to put it in once. And I kind of want to give a fair warning, because I think from... Go on. Nice. I think that from the next week, we will have to start having kind of strict policy to say, listen, if you submitted more than once, we just won't record it at all, so that it's fair for everybody else and kind of gives everyone equal chance.
Or we could just go around throwing the ban hammer. We could authorize Dominic to throw the ban hammer. If you post your script multiple times and spam the chat, we will ban you, then you won't be able to post the script again.
So
and we wouldn't want that. We really wouldn't want that, because that's why we're here. This is Free Jingle Friday. We like to record all your scripts, and we do our best to do that.
We do. So just make our work a little bit easier if you can, and Dominic's work, because he's the one who's really desperately trying to get it all right in the comments. Now, another thing that I would like to do, and just make sure we are clear on that, because I know Michael is one of our regular watchers here, and he's very generous to everybody, and I can see he's putting some super chats for other people, but I would like to make it clear that you can only super chat for your own script. So from now on, we won't accept all the changes of so-and-so super chatted to me on this. It's just really confusing. So super chat just for yourself, please. There is no way to do it for anybody else. I know it may be very harsh, but it's just we have to have very clear rules on that even. And finally, when you do super chat, make sure to actually put your script inside the super chat. Again, it just makes our work so much easier, and it just essentially enables us to do a great service to you.
By the way, I don't know if you can see, Isabella, on the stream. You're watching the live stream in delay, but actually how hot you're looking in general. Let's just come back to you with the curtains closed and the sun not shining through on the studio there.
Yeah,
you're actually looking really good. Like your whole set looks very moody. I can now see in the background that your leopards on the backdrop there, and the vinyl player, which is just out of shot above, looks really hot with that hue light strip that's in sort of like what was it, lilac blue, and it's just really shining out, because often we don't get the full effect of your backdrop lighting because it's so sunny and the sun just like blots out anything else. But I can say things like this. I can do like, hey Google, turn all the lights red, and let's watch, and hopefully she'll do it. Yeah, there you go. Red leopards in the background. Woohoo! Nice. And I could do it again. What color? Like actually, let's talk to you. How about you? Oh. She got there. That's Google.
By the way, I love it. Peter said, Mike, I love it how when you wave your hand just disappears.
It just I know. I need to do something with my camera.
Mike
the
magician.
Goes...
No, it's Mike the magician. Keep the magic going, Mike. He's a magician. He knows how to make his hands disappear.
So there you go. But I'm quite digging red on there, and actually because I asked Google to do it, now she's changed my lights as well, and look, all my lights are red up here as well. But we have a kind of like we spend a lot of time tweaking and fine tuning the hue lights so they look really good. I'm going to load up the Hue app, and just for kicks, as we've still got like 13 minutes left for you to get your jingles in, I would like you now in the chat to tell me a color to turn our lights to in the studio. I'm still wondering what the best colors would be for all our hue lights around. We're trying to create a nice vibe and feel.
Oh, there are two.
Have you got any color suggestions?
There are 2 votes for blue already.
MRC blue. Should we do that?
Oh, there's a purple as well. There's a vote for purple. Another purple. Hang on. There's you see blue. Oh, then another. Yeah, no, hang on. DJP ranks. Only 1 vote.
All right, hang on. Let's do this blue. Let's do blue. Can we have blue? Yeah, blue. Yay. Come on, blue. Come on, blue.
Yellow, orange, purple, blue, green.
Hang on, I think I'm on the wrong one.
Well, no, blue is definitely. There is some orange votes coming through as well, but yeah.
Blue. There you go. There's blue. There's blue. And what do we have as well? Orange?
Those
are blue leopards. That's orange leopards there. We can have red leopards. We can have pink leopards. Yay. You know, all kinds of cool stuff. And we can do that over my side as well. There are all the lights up there. So we can have red. Just doing this from the app now. Red. Yay. Or we can have green, yellow, green. Oh, I like that. That looks very naturey up there, doesn't it? It looks very nice. And we got like turquoise and back to blue and then purple as well.
Oh, William says azure. Azure? How do you spell that? Azure. A-Z-U-R-E. What's that color?
Azure color.
Azure
color.
I
like
Can't
that.
say properly. And shout out to Will and Nicole watching us all the way from Switzerland. Hey-yo to you.
Hey-yo.
Hey-yo to you.
We can do Azure if you like. Hang on.
There we go.
Let's see if I can combine them all together. Azure. There we go. There's Azure.
That looks good. I like that.
It's quite nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Really tasty.
Yeah, there is lots of orange votes coming too. So
orange is good.
Yeah.
And we can go back to default.
Well, hang on. Before we get any deeper in that rabbit hole, just a general reminder as we've got 11 minutes left for you to submit your script. So if you haven't already, please make sure to type in your script essentially in the comments box. That's as simple as that to get your scripts recorded. You can choose whether you would like Mike or Isabella. And Dominic, who's working hard in the background, is capturing all of those and putting them in a nice spreadsheet for us to be able to work on in a minute. So you've got the next 10 minutes only to get your scripts in. If you would like to super chat, we really appreciate your support, and that's the way to jump the queue, and effectively have your script not just recorded, but also produced. So thank you to everybody who has already super chatted.
That's right.
Quieter.
Yeah, I'm trying to fade you down when the lyrics come in, like about now.
Your audio production hour starts now. MusicRadioCreative.com.
It's all about talking up to the lyrics.
I know, but you can't just drop this on me like that. Like, I was in my flow, and you were like, oh, there you go, Isabella, there's a jingle.
Your audio production hour starts now. MusicRadioCreative.com.
Oh.
MusicRadioCreative.com. This is Mike Russell on MusicRadioCreative.com.
We need This Is Mike and Issa, don't we?
Well,
really?
we do. You see, I can't do this. I can't do this.
MusicRadioCreative.com.
We done?
Yeah, we're done for the
Jingled
moment.
out. Okay,
For the
we've
moment.
jingled out. So just very quickly, at hour, we will record all of your super chats, and then Mike will produce them, and then at the very end, we will record everything else. So don't worry if you don't hear your script recorded at 5:30, it will likely be recorded later on. Now, another thing that I've seen just popped up in the comments as well.
Yes.
If you have a very tricky pronunciation, I'm really sorry. We can't always get this right. And as much as we would love to, we won't be doing multiple retakes of different scripts. Simply, it's just not efficient use of our time. Make sure to provide clear pronunciation guide together with your script. And then we can get it right the first time for you. But we will not make alterations of any kind. Not on the Free Jingle Friday show. I mean, if you place an order with us through MusicRadioCreative.com, absolutely. We will do everything we can to make it 100% spot on. But just appreciate this is kind of a fun show, and we can only do our best.
Just looking at some of the chats here, we got we got Bong, who's watching from Perth in Australia. Lulu Flowers as well.
Hey, Perth, we're going to be there.
Dean Will's in as well. Funk Mostrek as well. Trevor Fox says I don't know, I'm just reading stuff as we...
You see, sometimes you drop this at me and you're like, come on, Isabella, just get your act together.
Yeah.
And there you go. Now we've got this. How is Mr. Clive, by the way? How has he been doing?
Mr. Clive, well, he is, let's talk to him now. Oh, well, I'm hunkering down here and buying all the supplies because Brexit's on the way, and I want to make sure my nuclear shelter is stocked with as many baked beans as possible.
Nice. Very, very nice.
Apparently the Europeans don't like sending us beans. That's what he said anyway.
Yeah. And the beans doesn't taste as good anywhere else. It's just the UK. Even,
Just the UK.
Because they can it in a different way. I don't know, like you cannot get as
We
good
got
of
the best baked beans and the best mayo here.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know about mayo.
No,
but
actually, I prefer mayo in Europe because it's more vinegary in Europe.
Vinegary mayo. There you go. So
The Belgians do it best, I think.
Belgium, seriously?
Belgian mayo, yeah.
Belgian mayo. There you go. Belgian mayo. But yes, Bjorn is asking when we are coming to Australia, and the answer is we are going for the entire December, and we are going to think of something great with the Great Australian Adventure here.
You bet.
We will document the whole journey, and we will try to still be live, almost as normal.
I don't know, I'm
Coming to the
Sorry, that's me just playing the live stream back.
Yep.
Sorry.
Thanks,
Ignore
Mike.
that. Ignore it.
Yep. So if you are watching us from Australia, definitely let us know, and we will definitely keep you posted. We might do something fun when we are there. So
we got someone watching from Hobart in down under in Tasmania.
We are going to be in Perth and Brisbane. So those are the two places we are planning on visiting. Perth and Brisbane will be the two locations for us there. But I'm really excited about it. It's we've been looking forward to it for the whole year. We've planned that. Now. We've planned that in December last year. So literally, it's like nearly a year in planning. Doug is watching us from Brisbane. Hopefully we'll see you, Doug. We've been a regular watcher for a while. And Peter, thank you so much for your super chats as well. That's really kind. Really, really excited about it. So
yeah, absolutely. So tell us, Isabella, what else is new at Music Radio Creative right now?
Hang on, Johnny says Mike looks a bit on the red side. Now, didn't I say that last week? Thank you very much.
I think my white balance.
Yeah, can you get this right? You've got to get it right.
It's really, really tough.
You really get it right.
You've got a tasty mirrorless Canon camera there, and I'm using a webcam, so it's kind of a bit different. But we can try. I'm just going to pause. I'm going to pause my thing and see.
But I can talk, can I?
White balance is on auto. No, I've paused my image. I'm actually adjusting my white balance live.
Okay, but can I a red mic?
This might look awful. Hang on. Let's
there
just
is
do
a red
that.
mic. Can we?
No! Now I've gone blue. Hang on. This is even worse.
Right. Whilst you are adjusting, I am going to. What am I going to say? I was going to say, because you've asked what's new with Music Radio Creative.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say that I am working away on a brand new website for musicradiocreative.com, and this is coming to be quite soon. So I'm hoping that within the next couple of weeks we are going to launch.
Wow.
And so there are quite a lot of changes coming in. It's just a full redesign of the website. We are changing to an entirely different platform as well. So it's quite a massive shift, so to speak. So in all honesty, I've been stressing about it quite a lot recently, and trying to get, just trying to get, in some way. Mike, why? You unfroze because you froze yourself, but that's looking better, by the way.
I look very pale now. I look ill.
Mikey, it's just you're not looking orange, but it's looking better now. So there we go. No, Mike's video is not freezing, by the way. He's trying to adjust whatever he's doing there. He's adjusting his colors there. So it's all planned freezing, let's just say.
It is planned freezing.
It's planned freezing. There you go. So this has been working away. Also, I have a little confession to make. Can I make a confession? So
Go ahead.
You know my own channel, which is Audio Unicorn.
Yes.
Right? I've been suffering a bit of a kind of like... I've been trying to kind of record a video. I haven't recorded video since April, which kind of makes me feel very bad altogether. But I feel like I've been suffering this kind of thing of like, whatever I'm going to record is not going to be good enough. And it's been really stalling my progress.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, It's really been... So do you have any advice for me as to how to get kind of back there and recording? Because, I mean, you produce content regularly, and I really admire you for doing that. Your channel is obviously great. But I've been trying to get back to it, get back on the horse, so to speak. Do you know, I've even recorded, I think, 3 or 4 different videos. It's the same content, but I've recorded like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And every time I keep deleting it because I'm like, this isn't good enough. Like, I can't put it out there. Like, literally, it's like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I'll say is definitely you need to have the kind of creative juices or energies with you at the time you're trying to film, because one thing I find, even producing content as often as I do, that some days I'm just like full of ideas and I bash out a load of videos in a day. And other times, like, I really want to do stuff, and just don't be so hard on yourself. Just kind of get the ideas down. Sometimes the best thing to do is actually to sit down and have a planning day. I often see days that I'm not creating videos, but I'm planning as kind of wasted days, kind of like what did I do days, but actually they can be the most handy. Open yourself up a big Google sheet and start typing in a load of title ideas. And then in the second column, just start linking out to things like, I want to talk about this product, or I'd quite like to do this. Or you might even see, actually, I watch YouTube myself for a lot of inspiration. I get a lot of inspiration from people on YouTube. And I like their styles and the way they do things. And often I'm watching people in completely different niches to the niche that I'm in, or niche if you're in America. So it's no conflicting kind of like, watching something thing that I do and think, oh, I could do that too. I'm actually watching someone doing something like, doing a tech channel, reviewing Wi-Fi gear or something like that, and thinking, I wonder how I could do something like that, but with audio gear. So definitely YouTube can be a real inspiration. Also, it helps me to up my game as well, watching other creators, because I kind of look at what I do, and yes, I enjoy working with audio. Oh, that's a 60-second warning, by the way, for your jingles. Just finished this train of thought, but that will increase my game, because I'll see people doing cool stuff with animations and bits like that, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do a bit of that. But audio is kind of where I'm at.
Oh, thanks, Mike. I really appreciate that. And thank you, D-Hyde, who says, don't overthink it after you record it. Thank you. Yes, and I think I can't really be overthinking it, so...
Yeah, and just put it out there. Yeah. By the way, you got 30 seconds left to get your scripts in, super chats, and then we're recording. The other thing I would say on that is just if you think it's relatable or a common problem, just film it. And something a friend of mine actually said to me the other day is, don't worry so much about production values. People are not so interested in funky production values as they are in the story and what you're up to.
And I think that has been blocking me hugely.
Yeah, hang on. Time is running out. Time is up. That is time up. We're going to start recording in a second. Right. No more scripts.
No more scripts. That's it. Submissions are closed.
Just to finish that trail of thought on that. So my friend Ian, he's Ian Anderson Gray, who often speaks at social media conferences and stuff. You might have seen him at a few events. He talks about live video and stuff like that. Really cool guy. And he just said to me when I said, I want to do videos about the new desk I'm building, and I've already put a video out there about repainting the studio, making it look nice. But, it's hard to make these productions. It takes time. We're grateful we work with a really great editor. Started working with a great editor, and she's been editing some really good videos for the channel, as well as the stuff I'm putting out. So that really helps. But still, you have to think about, I've got to shoot it, I've got to get different angles, I've got to do all of this and stuff. And Ian just said to me, well, Mike, why don't you just occasionally go and shoot an Instagram story for IGTV? I don't touch Instagram, but I know it's one of the biggest networks at the moment. I should be more on there. So I just shot, I think the story is still on my profile, by the way. If you want to follow me, it's at @IMikeRussell. So that's Mike Russell with an I in front of it, at @IMikeRussell on Instagram. The story is still there if you want to go and see it. I just basically shot this view of this mess around me, and I said, cable management isn't as easy as some YouTubers make it seem. These lovely slick videos on YouTube about cable management. It ain't that easy.
Yeah, do you know, I think that it would be really great for you to actually have kind of a bit of a behind the scenes on Instagram, so that if it only lives there for 24 hours. So you kind of have to be really there to see it. So, and it's really good. So definitely a huge thumbs up from me. And I'm going to try and actually record a video before the next week. I kind of feel like I really, really have to.
Yeah.
I really want to, not have to. I want to. I really want to. And I want to get it out there, because I know that once I get one out there, it's going to be like, okay, I'm back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the best thing is, just get the stuff out there is the main thing. So production qualities, even on YouTube, just don't worry about it. Get the content out there. No one is perfect when they start out. If you what I love doing with YouTube is going to a channel and then going to all their videos and then filtering oldest to newest, especially some of the big stars with a few million, and you'll see their first videos and you're like, oh, really? Yeah. You were filming on your iPhone 3GS?
Yeah, that's
and it looked really, really dodgy, and your confidence was much lower than it is now. It's I love watching people who are really confident in front of camera. They're like, hey guys, what's up? Here I am. Let me show you this. Yeah. And then the first video is so hi guys, welcome to my new channel.
I know, that's me right now. Hello everybody. Welcome
so it all starts there, and this is encouragement I hope for those people watching right now. It all starts with a video. It doesn't matter what your production quality is like. It will increase over time, and you'll just you'll get to the stage if you keep pursuing. I really want to, because I know there are a lot of young people watching this stream who want to get into YouTube or want to make it as an audio producer. Just do it. Just start now. Do anything, get it out there and start improving. You get loads of feedback when you're streaming and doing videos anyway. And then you can start to improve. And as you start to pick up subscribers, you will start to get a little bit of revenue from YouTube and other places as well, hopefully, because you shouldn't rely on one sole source of income. And then you'll get hopefully enough money to be able to go out and buy a better camera or, buy some lighting to make your face look better, that kind of thing. It's all a learning process. I've been an audio guy for so long. I still don't think I've cracked lighting and white balance, but I'm still putting content out there. I don't care because, I want to get the audio message out there and hopefully, I'm going to a few video conferences over the next few months. Hopefully I'll get more knowledge on lighting and white balance.
Nice. And you will. And yes, well said, Mike. So that's definitely really, really cool. So just do it is essentially the answer. Just do it.
Yeah. Just before we start recording, actually, I did see an interesting question from D. Hyde, who said, interesting question. I'm just wondering how you get 3 cameras on the software you're using. Well, actually, no, it's different views. It's this view, camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4. And of course, when we go to the screen share like that. So that's 5 different views. We use a bit of software called Wirecast. We've got a streaming PC in our server room, and we connect to that using wires through the in-wall wires. We're fortunate to have this particular live streaming studio we're in now custom built. So we ran a load of wires through the walls, including HDMI, and then we run a load of HDMI into the streaming room where we have about 3 or 4 HDMI cables terminating, and then those cables go into Elgato capture cards. So we use a couple of cam links because they're really good and they're quite cheap, and you can get 4K cam links now, so they're really good. I've also got the Elgato HD60, which is like a PCIe card, I think. Slot it inside your PC basically, and again terminates an HDMI connection and captures the stuff beautifully. And I've got a really, really, really meaty PC with a Ryzen 7 something processor in and 64 gigs of RAM. So it's not running out of space anytime soon. And that does it. And at the moment, as I talk to you right now, the CPU I've got in front of me is hovering between 28 and 32% usage. So only using a third of the resources, even with those 5 different views. So it's really good. If you want to know more about this kind of stuff, go to my channel and type in Ultimate Audio PC Build, or maybe even better, Mike Russell Ultimate Audio PC Build. Type that into YouTube. I did a series of about 13, 14 videos showing some of the equipment that I was putting into that PC. So that PC from that series is the PC we currently use to live stream. So if you want to get a full spec on how to do this kind of thing yourself, I don't claim to be an expert on tech or PC building, but I did have a lot of fun making the series. A few companies hopped on about halfway and supported with some gear as well. But all of it I'm using to this day. I haven't said, that gear was rubbish, I'm going to take it out. So anything that I've talked about in that series kind of gets a recommendation, a thumbs up from me.
Nice. Very nice. So I think we should get into the recording, and just a reminder that all of the scripts and jingles we do today will be available at mrc.fm/FJF. So mrc.fm/FJF. We do upload it after the stream, and it's simply to make sure. Sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. Oh no!
That's such a charming shot. That's lovely, isn't it? Let's cut away from you while you do that. So you get yourself sorted. Go on. Interrupt you mid-flow. No worries. Oh, back to embarrassed as there.
That's fine. I'm good. Sorry. It's I think that a little fly flew up my nose,
no.
which is terrible.
So you were saying?
Yes, I was just saying we will upload it after the
show.
After the show.
Yes, that's so true. Yes. Actually.
And yes. So shall we do some jingle recording?
Yes,
perhaps?
Although just before we do, sorry, do you want me to cut away from you?
Sorry, okay, it's just really annoying, and I don't have a tissue around, so.
Oh no, that's a nightmare. Just before we do get into the full thing, I did want to say something, so you might just see if I actually cut to the screen share here. This in the backdrop here, this over here is Adobe Audition. This is Adobe Audition right here, and these up and down here are my presets. They're my lovely Adobe Audition presets. So I use a multi-track session, essentially, which you can buy from us at MRC to produce jingles. You'll see how I use it in this live stream. And if you want to really produce stuff fast, I'm going to recommend definitely giving this a try. And if you want to hear how a voice sounds or something like that, you can send us a clip in, and Dominic or someone else, Isabella, will send you a sample back of how your stuff would sound in my presets. But I just wanted to make a little hang on. Announcement. This is the first time I've kind of revealed this because I kept very quiet on it. It's been quite a quiet year on the presets front.
Yeah.
Not many updates or revisions. We're kind of stuck with that. We've been taking a load of feedback
really well.
from you.
I mean, in all honesty, they've been working really well. I would say those are one of the best presets you've done to date.
Absolutely.
So,
and I
yeah.
see Dominic, thank you, Dominic, for posting the link in the chat, mrc.fm/presets to go and grab them and try them out for yourself. But I've got some really good news. These presets that you see now, these presets are always going to be around, so don't worry about that. But I'm working on some very nice, interesting things, preset related, not necessarily related to what's currently out there. So if you want Adobe Audition presets, definitely those that are available right now are going to be awesome for you.
Yeah.
But if you're using other software, in particular, in my crosshairs right now for November and Adobe Max time and Black Friday time, I've got video editors and YouTubers in my crosshairs. So I talk so much about making great kind of audio in Audition, but I understand a lot of people don't always use Audition to tweak their audio, particularly if you're editing YouTube videos or whatever, or you're recording or shooting a documentary and stuff. So video editors, if you're watching this, if you're a YouTuber or a video editor or producer, you're in my crosshairs. And I'm kind of working on something very exciting. I don't know how much more I can say, but new stuff is coming down the pipeline. It'll be here by November. I'm going to say that. Okay.
Ooh, nice. And can I just do a little spoiler?
Yes.
Like a tiny spoiler.
Go on.
So one of the massive points of feedback we've received for a very, very long time was that to many people, like the full presets can be a little bit too much, as in they have a lot of things in them. But two, the price point for many people was always very much out of reach. So we are going to develop a light version of presets. So they won't have all the features that you see, but they will have still quite a significant functionality, and they will come at a far, far lower price point, so that those who perhaps couldn't afford to buy the full presets before will still be able to actually get presets from Mike.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's on the agenda, and we're very, very excited about it actually. So yeah.
It's exciting stuff. So yeah, really cool stuff. We're very privileged to do here at Music Radio Creative. So I'm just setting up the recording now. I guess we're going to do some super chat jingles.
Yay!
First and foremost.
Let's do that.
We always love that.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see that there is some Greek chat going on in the chat, so that's cool. That's cool. I would love to know, just as we will be recording, I have a task for you, the watcher. I would love to know where you are watching us from. So get busy putting in the comments your location. I want to know.
Okie dokie. Right, let's start recording, and we'll start with you, Isabella, with a couple of scripts.
Ooh, alrighty.
Off you go.
Off I go. Don't be a silent listener. Follow DJ Wiz T-Bone on Facebook and on Twitter at DJ Wiz T-Bone, and on Instagram at I am Wiz T-Bone. Enjoy! You're listening to the Double D Show with your host, MJ, the best pop and country duets on Blind Cafe Radio, the station that raises Cane.
You're listening to What the UK here on Radio Lichfield, bringing you the sounds of Britpop, so stay tuned.
Hey people, Mind Matters, putting your well-being and music together. Tune in for advice, motivation, and real-life stories here on Radio Lichfield every day.
The Sunday Sesh, the only way to spend your Sunday afternoon with DJ Andy Dighton.
Moving pictures that moves you. Divergent Media.
DJ P Ranks in the mix.
Your featured artist on the Sunday Sesh.
If you're looking for some great music for Friday nights, Fabulous T is the one to see for her Friday Night Vibes show. Only on Blind Cafe Radio, the station that raises Cane.
Supporting the Lichfield bid. Or BID. What do you think?
Bid.
Okay. Supporting the Lichfield bid. Delivering a real difference to Lichfield City since 2015. Let's move forward together. This is Radio Lichfield, and you are Lichfield.
You are listening to Carl Blanchard. I'm DJing next Saturday at Friends Party. If you can do that script, it would be awesome.
Seriously? Here is another blast from the past.
With the latest technology news and views, this is Tech Warp, the podcast.
The Last Resort with Ian Renix, playing the hits of yesterday, today. Join us Tuesdays from 7 here on Sorry, I'm just going to this one again. The Last Resort with Ian Renix, playing the hits of yesterday, today. Join us Tuesdays from 7 here on Alive 107.3. DJ P. Ranks is my favorite DJ.
QITC, Studio Sports, for fans by fans.
This is Haggard Radio on FEBC Radio.
2 at 2, 3 at 3, music hits and headlines and smooth grooves are all part of Afternoon Delight, Wednesday afternoons right here on Hospital Radio Plymouth with Mike Temple.
Right. Sorry, can I just pause for a second? Dominic has just called me. So I'm just presuming it's important to know this right now. So let me get Dominic on the line. All right. Hello. You are currently live on the show. So we are recording the wrong script, he says. Oh, are we? Let's have a quick look. Are those the wrong scripts? Honestly, those are the scripts I can see. This is funny. Is this like the Friday the 13th?
As we go.
So where are the scripts? Can you send them over to me?
Whoa.
No, but they are only the super chats. Can you see? I can unsort them and sort them. All right, I think, okay, let's roll with that. I think that they are correct script, and I think that Dominic is having Friday the 13th moment. So
no worries, let's crack on. So give me the super chats. Let's go back and...
Right. We're going to get on with recording. Thank you, Dominic. I am not quite sure what happened, but I'm quite sure we are recording the right script.
Let's crack on. The freshest country, the biggest hits from Music City, right now, right here. This is Nashville Nights.
Right, hang on a minute. I am going to have a quick...
DJ Nelson, an experience like no other.
Just hang on a minute.
At the top of the hour, it's Seabird Radio News. Caught up yet?
No, I haven't. I can't find them. Where are you? Sorry, I've lost the flow of where I was. These are?
Mm-hmm.
So is that the next one?
It's just these are, yeah.
Okay. These are...
Country music from yesterday and today. Classic Hits 109, Country Hits.
The best hits, the best mixes. DJ Wiz T-Bone is in the mix. I think I know what happened.
You're listening to the Saturday Night Party Mix here on your local community station, 88.5 FM.
Okay. Turning it up to 11 to annoy your neighbors. This is Dave Rhodes on DJ R Creative, mixing it up on RTI.
You are tuned into DJ Jake on Cargo FM.
2 hours of awesome 80s. The 80s till 8 on 88.5 FM.
Trending issues and lots of music. Let's journey on the easy lane. It's a weekly diet of smooth, sentimental tunes and chit-chat. Welcome aboard.
It's not that he doesn't want to speak. It's because we've gagged him. This is In the Mix on RTI with Dave Rhodes, where the music never stops.
Watling News. It's all about community.
Thank you for tuning into St. Helena Podcast, where we talk and podcast everything St. Helena. St. Helena.
Do it again because you said turning instead of tuning.
Oh. Thank you for tuning in to the St. Helena podcast, where we talk and podcast everything St. Helena. Thank you for listening to the Texorcist. Yeah. Thank you for listening to the Texorcist Live with Shane Moore and Sue Ellen.
Soap Radio with Kevin Willett, the source for all of your favorite hits. And now let's get rocking.
DJ Nelson is about to begin. 3, 2, 1.
Next one I can see is a repeat, so I'll miss it. A Crunchy FM Oldies double shot, playing the most unforgettable songs from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Crunchy FM double shot.
It's high noon. Get your finger on the trigger.
It's time to be our sharpshooter.
Here is another hour of the greatest musical memories you will have today on KKME.
Okay, this one is the second super chat. Thank you for tuning into the St. Helena podcast, where we talk everything St. Helena.
You are in the middle of the You're in the middle of the TGIF 40-minute music mix here on Friday Night Live.
Ah, Mr. Clive. This is Dave Rhodes on RTI. Normal programming will resume once we've broken into the studio and had him removed.
That's brilliant. Here is another song to help you wind down and go to sleep. Crunchy FM. I know what happened. I know what happened.
Do reveal or we're listening with bated breath while I
know what happened.
Normalize these. Did we redo some old scripts?
Yeah, we did some old scripts, essentially.
I thought there were a lot of super chats.
We did so
Should I not produce all of them? Because this is going to take ages to produce.
Yeah, I have a feeling. That we have done some old super chats in there. I don't know why and how on earth they got their way in there. But Dominic, if you can identify the first super chat of the day, that would be great. And then we will kind of do it from there, because I have no idea what on earth happened there. It must have been some sort of Friday the 13th thing.
A bug, yes.
But thank you for calling, Dominic. That was really funny.
That was funny. A live call on the live stream.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Jack says, no, let's make 50 right now.
Why not?
Yeah, right. Oh, okay, I see. I think that our lovely viewers here are punishing us here with some push-ups.
Uh-oh.
And they say, let's go for 25 push-ups. And Jack says, no, let's make 50.
No way.
No, I don't think I could manage 2, in honesty.
Crazy.
Yeah, okay. 50 push-ups. No, you definitely don't want to see this. That would literally be a
it would be killer.
It would be a killer for sure.
So yeah, with regard to the production, then shall I start halfway through or somewhere through the scripts? Because we have like that's like 50 jingles to produce. That's going to take like 2 hours or more.
Yeah, no, that's definitely.
What do you want to call, Isabella? Shall we just do some of them?
Yeah, I think that
we want to do all the ones that obviously came in this week.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Is there a specific start point in the running order?
So what I am going to say is, let's perhaps. Yeah, I'm just not quite sure really what went wrong in there. But what I would say is, can we perhaps record all the other scripts now? Let's do this slightly out of whack. And I've just messaged Dominic. He's just investigating the super chats.
Okay, cool. We'll do the free jingles.
Yes,
that's a really good idea.
But I can't unsort the spreadsheet right now, if that's okay with you, because
anything without an X. Anything without an X.
So we need to go for anything without an X. And then Dominic, in the meantime, is going to have a quick look and see if he can trace back which was the first super chat that we had, because there are some old ones in there for sure.
Got it.
So let's go with that, and then we move from there.
Okie dokie. So going through and recording your free scripts now. Let's do so. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's do this. So starting up at the top, great music sounds like this.
And this. At the top of the hour, it's Seabird Radio News.
Welcome to G-Trail, the professional coaching and trail running resources in Mauritius. Welcome to G-Trail, the professional coaching and trail running resources in Mauritius.
In the mix with DJ Gutty 254 Mombasa.
Broadcasting on 105.3 FM and streaming on the internet at 10radio.org. Here is the news on.
Listen to Radio Voice on the Gospel on 89.4 FM. Listen to Radio Voice of the Gospel on 89.4 FM stereo. Only together, the day is better.
Logic Live in the mix on Kane 103.7 FM. You're in the mix with DJ Zangestu.
Let's make some decisions and swing that gavel. What is gavel?
Don't know.
All right. Let's make some decisions and swing that gavel. I hope this isn't like offensive in some way. Blind Cafe Radio, streaming live worldwide.
You're listening to Red Wall Radio, bringing you great music from Manchester and beyond. Red Wall Radio.
The Extreme BPM with Mark Extreme on E-Jazz Radio every Friday.
Urban Central Sounds in the mix.
Radio Reeve Lebanon, live in Beirut, Lebanon. You are listening to the My Stuttering Life podcast, hosted by Pedro Pena. So let's get started.
QPN News. News not owned by Rupert Murdoch yet.
You're listening to the best DJ, DJ X Power.
On 88.3 Southern FM, this is The Scout Show. This is the Indie Rocks radio show with Paul Holmes, playing the best new music, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Playing the hits you are going to love. Listen to your 24/7 live internet radio on radio-rhapsody.com.
You're tuned in and listening to Matthew Stevenson.
It's DJ Vibe, one of the best DJs of 268.
The hottest club sounds, the fashion in dance music, Vibe FM, Dance Floor Radio.
You are tuned in and listening to Matthew Stevenson.
It's time for another hour of commercial-free country music. This is Country Beat, number one for today's country.
This is Radio Pulpit, your daily companion on 657 AM.
Trevor Fox playing the hits on the rink, Roller Biz.
The original soca defender, straight out of Trinidad and Tobago, selector KMA.
In the mix with Andy Kay.
You're listening to Mike, and this is In the Mix. DJ Passion, live in the mix with DJ Passion.
Playing your music, this is Radio Flash across the world.
Live in the mix with DJ Repentance? Live in the mix with DJ Repentance and Dr. Spice on Kingdom 96.9 FM.
Mobile Martin on 107 Endeavour FM.
DJ Bright is right here. The Living Shell Dance.
DJ Nat, Africa's authentic DJ ever.
Live in the mix. Oh, this was, hang on, repeat. Boom, we've done that one.
Okay, this is for me. You're listening to the Leafy Podcast, your spot for real estate investing and business.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Q. Get ready to dance all night with DJ Paul.
You are listening Alex Playlist on Contact Radio Castoria.
DJ Sass on Beats. Amaze Vibes, your ultimate audio production choice.
It's time for Thunder Talks Tech with your host, Thunder Boom, coming on the show right now.
My name is Isabella.
And I'm Mike Russell.
We love listening to Page Radio.
The true chapter of music.
This is a Suhovsky Enterprise production.
Friday Mini Mix. 10 minutes of the best way to start your weekend.
It's you.
Oh, listen to us crystal clear 24/7. We are global. Never miss your favorites. We have the answer on Pop Radio. Contact us on popradio2019@gmail.com. Who needs TV when you have great radio?
This is Rhythm and Gospel on Living Life Radio, Joburg's #1 Christian hit radio.
You're listening to Nuggets with Tricky Dicky at Radio 192.
It's the 5 o'clock mixdown with Funk Master K. 30 minutes of uninterrupted audio. 5 o'clock mixdown is commercial free.
This is Guernsey Community Radio, your radio station for the islands. You are here at the Welsh reception, brought to you by DJ Jason. This is DJ Stamina Dancehall Energy Mix. We are the music makers. We are the dreamers of dreams. We are Planet Rotation Radio.
Dead Decibel Design, putting the life back into music production.
You are listening to DJ Pappy Chef, only here at Coloroy Entertainment Radio.
It's Colokoi.
At Colokoi Entertainment Radio. You're listening to Jeff Allen on the Cat 107.9 FM.
This is New Radio 105.3, the station with a difference.
It's the Sunday Soul with reggae. It's the Sunday Soul with Real Biggie. More music that touches your soul.
You are listening to Pure Radio.
You're listening to Mikey Biggs on Bloodline Radio.
For the greatest old school music in the universe, check out the Triple M show every Friday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. Central Time. That's how we roll.
The original Soaka Defender, straight out of Trinidad and Tobago, Selector KMA.
Trevor Fox, playing the hits on the ring. Roller biz.
Asking the questions that need answers. This is The Debate on Wave FM 98.7, Monday to Friday, 8 to 9 hours. All right, that's it.
Gosh, that was a long recording. But the good news is we have got to the bottom line of the super chats.
Oh, nice. We're sorted.
Yes, we're sorted. So thank you very much, Dominic. We are sorted. So we've got inside the spreadsheet, you can clearly see what is what. So we've kind of recorded a little bit more. So there's a bit of a bonus recording for some of you there. But we can clearly see what needs to be produced. So thank you for that. That's wonderful. So Mike, whilst you are sorting things out, just a quick reminder. So right now, we're going to produce all the super chats. We've recorded everything so far. So obviously everything that was to be recorded is recorded. But we're going to get and dive into the production part of things right now. And that's a fantastic opportunity for you to actually learn from Mike. And if audio production is something you would like to know more about, this part of the show is definitely for you. Mike is very fast and swift with everything he does, but still provides just absolutely fantastic value for anybody who wants to learn how to do post-production. So, yeah, so that's cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I was going to do some shout outs for the locations that I've asked just before we started to record. So I'm going to do it now. So we have Sweden in the house. We've got Jamaica. We've got Chicago. We've got Dallas. We've got Pittsburgh. We've got Tynemouth, am I pronouncing it, in South Devon? We've got Hitcham in West Norfolk. We've got Illinois, another Illinois in the house here. We've got sunny west coast of Scotland. Nice to hear it's sunny over there. We've got Texas in the house. We've got Antigua in the house. We've got Memphis. We've got Romania in the house. We've got Greece.
Listening to Carl Blanche.
We've got South Africa in the house. So, yeah. And lots of Chicago in the house today. Actually, quite a few people from Chicago.
Do you know what?
watching that,
I'm going to say, rather than go through and me audition everything and
Do you
try
want
and
to
edit,
re-record
because
them?
I can see it's all over the place, the spreadsheet, it's probably better to just re-record, I think.
Okay, well, we can do that. So that was a
okay.
warm-up, the first part.
That was a
right?
warm-up. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
Here we go.
All right.
So, rolling now.
All right, rolling now. All right, let's do this.
If you're looking for some great music for Friday nights, Fabulous T is the one to see for... Losing this.
Yeah.
Right, from the beginning. If you're looking for some great music for Friday nights, Fabulous T is the one to see for her Friday night vibe show, only on Blind Cafe Radio, the station that raises Cain.
Supporting the Litchfield bid, delivering a real difference to Litchfield City since 2015. Let's move forward together. This is Radio Litchfield, and you are Litchfield.
Here's another blast from the past.
DJ P. Ranks is my favourite DJ.
This is Hugo Radio on FEBC Radio.
2 add 2, 3 add 3. Music hits and headlines and smooth grooves are all part of Afternoon Delight Wednesday afternoons, right here on Hospital Radio Plymouth with Mike Temple.
The freshest country, the biggest hits from Music City right now, right here. This is Nashville Nights.
At the top of the hour, it's Seabird Radio News. These are...
Country music from yesterday and today. Classic Hits 109, Country Hits.
You're listening to the Saturday Night Party Mix here on your local community station, 88.5 FM.
2 hours of awesome 80s. The 80s till 8 on 88.5 FM.
Thank you for tuning into the St. Helena podcast, where we talk and podcast everything St. Helena.
A Crunchy FM oldies double shot, playing the most unforgettable songs from the 50s, 60s and 70s. Crunchy FM double shot.
It's high noon. Get your fingers on the trigger.
It's time to be our sharpshooter.
Here is another hour of the greatest musical memories you will have today on KKME.
Thank you for tuning into the St. Helena podcast, where we talk everything St. Helena.
You are in the middle of a TGIF 40-minute music mix here on Friday Night Live.
Mr. Clive? This is Dave Rhodes on RTI. Normal programming will resume once we've broken into the studio and had him removed.
Here is another song to help you wind down and go to sleep. Crunchy FM.
Moving pictures that moves you. Divergent Media. Oh, wow. Time for one of these.
Ooh, I think so.
All right, Isabella, you can just take the mic while I just save this session.
Yes, my goodness, what a day it's been. Right, so I'm curious. So, I'm originally from Poland, and Friday the 13th has always been one of those days, or traditionally is
Definitely
the day
Gremlins
where
in the day.
things,
Yes.
where things go wrong. Is it the same in every country? I'm just curious, since
It
we
is.
have such a beautiful international audience here.
Yes.
I'm just wondering if there is a place on earth where Friday the 13th is actually like the best day of the year. Do you know what I mean? Where it's kind of like, here is the most amazing year on Earth.
Well, I think potentially,
the day on Earth, so to speak.
Isn't it? It's different in China, right? In China, 13 is not such an unlucky number. I think is it 8 is an unlucky number in China, or is it 4? 4 or 8, I think, because the actual word for that number means something like death or something in China. But tell me if I'm speaking out of turn here. I'm sure I've heard something like that. I'm sure I've heard that 7 is a really lucky number. 7 is a lucky number, certainly to me, it feels lucky, but I think in China as well. But in some places, they go so far as to not have, it's either a 4th or an 8th floor. I should really Google this. Or rely on one of you beautiful people to tell us. Unlucky numbers in China, because it does vary. Yeah, unlucky 13 traditionally here in the UK, I'm sure in America as well, places like that. But yeah, just a quick look here. Oh yes, the number 4 is considered unlucky in China, okay? So it's an unlucky number in Chinese. So often I think like hotels won't have a fourth floor, even though technically it still is the fourth floor. They'll call it the fifth floor instead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fourth floor, 4.5.
Yes.
There you go. That's really interesting. That's really, really interesting. But yeah, well, there you go. So, it's nice that the scripts are recorded. And just a reminder that...
Jovan. Thanks to Jovan who said 4 is unlucky. So thanks for that.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So you were right. In all honesty, I didn't know that. So
but it could be anything, really. I mean, do you really believe all that stuff, Isabella? Just because it's got a 1 and a 3 in the number, it's, was 2013 an unlucky year for you?
Can't remember what we were doing in 2013, to be honest. But
there you go.
Yeah, no, I think that there is always a little bit of something, but also you kind of you manifest what you believe in, right? So
you get more of what you focus on.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you believe that something is going to be bad, you are going to kind of get a bit of that.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah. But then I always find it fascinating, like different cultural beliefs.
Reality.
Yeah. Like I remember when we first met and I said to you, seeing, the black cat cross the road, that's a bad thing. And you were like, no, that's a good luck. And I'm like, what are you on about? It's a bad luck. So you see, we had this debate, we had this debate in the past as well. So, but it's all fun.
Yeah.
It's all fun.
As I produce away here on the screen, I'm ready to start, by the way. Okay. I am going to be using Music Radio Creative Production Library Volume 9.
Ooh.
The latest edition.
Nice. You need to mix it up sometime, by the way. You've been using that one for quite a few weeks in a row now.
If anyone's liking what they hear here in terms of production effects, we'll, I'm sure, get a link to where you can get these sound effects from. Because they're really easy to use, super friendly, and you got stuff like that you can just drop into the mix with a breaker. So you can do something like this. Let's have a listen.
If you're looking for some great music for Friday nights, Fabulous T is the one to see for her Friday night vibe show.
Let's move that in a little bit, and then we'll use a breaker in there. So it was something like this.
If you're looking for some great music for Friday nights, Fabulous T is the one to see for her Friday night vibe show.
And as you can hear, it's got like really nice compression on these presets that I'm using here. So again, just making things sound good.
Only on Blind Cafe Radio.
Only on Blind Cafe Radio.
Move that swoosh in a bit.
Only on Blind Cafe Radio, the station that raises Cain.
And that's the kind of stuff you can do fairly easily with these presets. So I think that was the first jingle. Can I confirm that was the first jingle, the Blind Cafe Radio one?
Hang on, sorry. I've just been trying to sort out something else on the spreadsheet and I've gone to the wrong place. So it's the first green one.
Good. All right. So we're on a roll. Let's crack on and produce more stuff here. So we got this.
Supporting the Litchfield bid. Delivering a real difference to Litchfield City.
Let's turn that up a bit.
Delivering a real difference to Litchfield City.
And then move this down over here.
Since 2015.
And then into this.
Let's move forward together. This is Radio Litchfield, and you are Litchfield.
Oh, that's a cool one.
2015. Let's move forward together. This.
We'll just do a little extra on this. Let's go in here, grab this.
This is Radio Litchfield.
I like that.
And you.
Yeah.
This.
And you. And you are Litchfield.
So something like that, sounding very nice. And then cracking on to the next one over here. This is just, seems like it's quite a short one, so we might just need something like this.
Here's another blast from the past. Here's another blast from the past.
Oh, that's good as well.
There you go. It can just be simple like that. Bring in the next super chat, and here we go.
Mike, you are a beast, Abel says.
Just working away.
He's a beast.
Doing what I do.
Beast.
Just simply doing what I do.
He's the beast.
DJ
or maybe
P
the best.
Ranks is my favorite. DJ P Ranks is my favorite. DJ P Ranks is my favorite. Ranks is my favorite DJ. DJ P Ranks is my favorite DJ.
There we go. Nice DJ drop there. Let's crack on with this one over here. Pull that in. And again.
Ninja Audio Whiz.
Ninja Audio.
Oh, I will tell Zane later today that Daddy has been called a ninja. He'll be like, what? Daddy is a ninja?
A ninja. When it comes to audio, I
There you go.
can fight you off with breaks and impacts.
Yeah, there you
This
go.
is
Ninja
Hugo
Mike.
Radio on FEB.
Pull that one up. Option up. On this. Zip.
ABC Radio. This is Hugo Radio on Hugo Radio on FEBC Radio.
Okay, this one's going to need a bit of a stager, so let's bring this in here and go back and look for this. Yeah, hands in the air, it's Friday night.
Whoop, whoop.
2 add 2, 3 add 3, music hits and headlines. 2 add 2. 2 add 2 add.
All right, I'm going to use some reverse reverb here. Don't often do this because it
Ooh.
takes a little time to do. So I usually save that for the productions that I'm working on sort of outside of live stream time. But I will do a bit of reverse reverb on this because I just think it'll work extra well. So just going to edit, insert, silence, 10 seconds, effects, reverse, and then a bit of reverb, studio reverb. Yeah, that'll probably work. Something like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Reverse again, and then throw that in the mix. Just around here. Jump. Pull that in. Boost that up.
Add 2. 2 add 2.
All right, that's going to work well.
2 add 2. 2 add 2. 2 add 2.
All right, and just chopping that down to size. Bring that down a bit in volume.
2 add 2. 2 add 2 add 2. 2 add 2 add 2.
Something like that. Could have done that a bit better, but
2 3 add 3. Music
you get the idea.
Yeah.
3 3 3 Music hits and headlines and smooth grooves are all part of Afternoon Delight. Grooves are all part of grooves are all part of Afternoon Delight Wednesday afternoon. Grooves are all part of Afternoon Delight Wednesday afternoons right here. Wednesday afternoons right here. Wednesday afternoons right here on Hospital Radio Plymouth with Mike.
Okay, that's good. And then we'll move this one into focus over here. And work away on this. The
We've got Ian Anderson Gray in the house. Hello.
The freshest. Oh, wow, that's cool because we were just talking about Ian Anderson Gray
we
earlier on.
have been.
Yeah,
He's
we're
like,
just
Oh, so this is how it's done.
just gave Ian a lovely shout out earlier on, saying how on this very live stream, if you rewind, you'll probably see it, Ian, how you were encouraging me to do Instagram TV, and I actually did a story yesterday. Woo!
Yay.
Thanks
So
to
there
you.
go. Yes, Ian is an awesome guy.
He is an awesome guy. Right, it's
The freshest country, the biggest hits.
just throwing in a few bits here. Oh, that'll be nice. That'll work really well. Let me throw this in.
The freshest country, the biggest hits from Music City right now, right here. This is Nashville Night.
Okay, we just need to make some edits there. Pull that up and push that there.
From Music City right now.
I bet you actually Ian Anderson Gray has like some real-time live knowing like Ian's like the knowledge of tech, some real-time live transcribe. When anyone mentions his name on a live stream, it pings you, doesn't it, Ian?
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
it.
You got this super cool tech set up. Every time if I say Ian Anderson Gray, Ian Anderson Gray, Ian Anderson Gray, like 3 or 4 times in a live stream, you'll get an instant Google transcribe alert. You have been mentioned in a live stream.
Yeah, that's it.
What do you think? How cool would that be? If you could actually get notifications that you've just been mentioned in a live stream? Because Google are doing all this thing now with their tech where they can transcribe in real time. You think? Actually,
I know, right? If you think about it, yeah.
Oh. Hang
There
on.
you go. She's
Google's saying,
already
how can I help? That's my Google. Which is funny because I know you're well into the iPhone ecosystem, and I nearly said syndrome, actually. It would have been a real Freudian slip there, wouldn't it? And you watched the whole Apple event, and you're like, Mike, did you see the new iPhones? I was like, I what? Because I'm so into Google at the moment. And Android,
Oh, bless you.
I just wanted to say, just break it a little bit here. Android 10 came out. And they've announced this thing where they live transcribe any media on your phone. It doesn't have to be on YouTube. It could just be something you're playing. If it's a video and it's got audio, they will transcribe it in real time. And you can even do it if you're in airplane mode. So if you're not connected to data, it's pretty cool stuff. So Google are really doing some good stuff with this. And I'm just super impressed. They've also got like live transcriber conversation. So you can like start it on your phone, put it in the middle of a table, and it will transcribe your conversation. It's really super accurate. It's super cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, if you think about it, AI really is making this all kind of possible in that sense. And the technology, of course. But going back to the whole Android iPhone thing, just for a second.
Sorry, hang on. Ian says, don't you know I have the back door to the internet?
Well, yes. Did you not know that?
Actually, he's saying the Talk Walker listening tool. Ian, by the way, is a really cool guy for tools, social media stuff. Amongst the live streaming stuff that he does, he just knows every tool that's worth knowing out there on the net. He says, Talk Walker listening tool is listening to audio, so I could use it for this kind of thing. Wow, seriously? Although I don't think it'll work on live video. That's actually awesome if it can do that. I know also Google are doing stuff with transcribing podcasts and things like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're transcribing the whole world with all their Google Homes.
Transcribing that.
Can you imagine that? They're probably, we've got a Google Home here,
right? The amount
studio.
of data transcribed. If you think about it, like I wonder how big the data storage rooms for Google actually are.
And Ian's also asking about how to get the sound effects that I'm currently using here. And Dominic has been so kind to immediately respond with a link.
Nice.
Isabella.
Very good. Very good. Yes, we do have our own sound effects. And yes, you can get them. Head over to mrc.fm/SFX. And the library Mike's is using right now is the volume 9.
The freshest country, the biggest hits from Music City right now, right here. This is Nashville Nights.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, Google, seriously, they are listening to everything. I just every time I mention Google, even if I don't say "Hey Google," if I just mention Google, like Google is listening. It's like just last night we were talking about flying to Guam for a. We're talking about flying to Guam, and now all I get is adverts for flying to Guam.
There you go. Yeah, no, they do, and I mean, I think it's a known fact now that they even admitted that they listen. Also, like Google employees have admitted that they randomly tune into people's houses, which is absolutely terrible. If you.
But you know what? I'm cool with that. I'm fine.
not cool with that.
It's all right. You just have you have to accept with that. You know, that's part of it now.
No.
It's like, you know, it's just maybe going to happen, and you have to accept that. Right? You got to accept it. But this is the thing, right? Okay, so you're going to get me going off on privacy. I know Ian will love this, who's still watching. Don't mention Alexa, play the Music Radio Creative Podcast. Sorry, I couldn't help myself there. or Siri. But the thing is, people like get all paranoid, and maybe for good reason. There's some arguments about it. I'm not going to go to the full debate here. They go on about it, and they say, oh my goodness, I couldn't live with a Nest camera in my phone, or I couldn't have that Google Home thing, listening to everything I'm saying in my home. Well, people ironically say that, like, oh, you'll never catch me spending, $30 on a Google and put it in my house. No, I value my privacy. Just while they have their iPhone on the table in front of them, recording their whole conversation anyway. So it's like, if you've got a smart device, unless you're some kind of Luddite with an old Nokia phone with a physical touch pad, you are potentially being listened to. It's as simple as that.
Potentially, I think you are being listened to, full stop, really. It's a bit like that, so...
Anyway, did we go off topic there? This is an interesting stream, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
It's just to accept you are being listened to, and it's fine. All right?
Yeah. No,
we're helping to make the world a better place. All of our conversations are data, and data is good, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
That's what we are. We're just data now. We are literally anonymized hashes. What's this? I'm still reading Ian's stuff here in the chat. You might start worrying when Google starts tapping into your thoughts. That's coming, isn't it? Seeing the Elon Musk Neuralink stuff.
Oh,
that's
gosh,
like
this
super
is crazy.
cool. But again, that's good stuff because
I'm just going to enjoy life of a normal person for now. Can we just just enjoy the,
No, but I watched
the nature and everything around. Let's just not go into
I watched Elon Musk's keynote for Neuralink recently, and it's all good stuff. Like, it's really going to help people. The first thing they're going to do with these implants in the brain is help you to think, if you've lost a limb or something, I want to move this robotic arm up, or I want to do this with the arm. So rather than have to, at the moment, use some controls or whatever, you'll be able to move yourself around. Do you know something I heard the other week just listening to the Joe Rogan podcast? Yeah. Apparently Stephen Hawking never wanted an upgrade to his voice, even though he could get like a Siri style voice. He always loved that computer sound voice. I'm totally going off topic now. It's Ian's fault. It's all Ian's fault. He's posting all these interesting things.
That's it.
You just need to know what your phone does. The privacy settings on Android and iPhones allow you to switch off listening. Oh, okay. And it's fine until a government changes and starts wanting people put in prison who have certain views. Whoa. It's really stirring it up on the MRC live stream.
Oh, Ian.
This is supposed to be a family-friendly, political-free, fun and games zone, not we're paranoid, everyone's listening to us live stream. But anyway.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, it already happens. Governments have been putting people with certain views into prison already, and it's happening, right now. They don't have to listen to what we talk about behind the closed doors. They already have been kind of censoring
and it's happened
freedom
through history,
of information and many...
It's happened through history. Anyway, back to the jingles.
Back to the jingles.
The top of the hour is Seabird Radio News. These are...
Oh no, that was a separate jingle, wasn't it? Actually, Ian's talking about rotary phones. Oh yeah, we can see it in the backdrop. There is behind you. Ian just said he loves rotary phones.
Totally, this phone, this is the family phone that was in my family. Hang on, can I bring it closer?
You can bring it closer. This is one of the things about our studio setup here. Sorry, this is really messy, my desk today. We do have bits of nostalgia here. Like, I don't know if you can see down there, I've got my old Nintendo NES from when I was a kid.
Hang on.
Just out of shot. And up there, the top there, is the realistic SSM 2200 mixer. And that was my first ever mixer when I was a teenager. Hang on, let's go back to your shot. Oh, by the way, that viewfinder, that's really cool. That viewfinder inactive message, Ian, you've come in at a good time. It's on the Canon M50 camera. It keeps popping up on Izza's live stream.
I know.
Do you know, Ian, how to disable that? I know you're a really cool techie guy who knows these kind of things. Live streaming expert. No, I just wanted to know because, I know you were filming some videos for YouTube, and I probably just need to reset the camera. But now, every so often, it'll just pop up on your live stream view. Viewfinder inactive. Press a button to reactivate. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there you go. Anyway,
crack on.
Crack on with the jingles.
These are...
That was a very short jingle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then back here, this is going to be a super extended live stream due to the fact that there was a little jingle bug earlier on, and now we're off to talking about tech. It's so much fun. Yay. Just loving it so much. Yeah, because usually we're wrapped up by now, but we're kind of going on. But apparently it's good to do a longer stream, right?
Country music from yesterday and today. Classic Hits 109.
Let's shorten this, pull that in, mix that.
Country music from yesterday and today. Classic Hits. Classic Hits 109. Country Hits.
Okay. Gosh. More jingles.
Ding, ding, ding.
Pull this one in, and we're going to use maybe a stager as well.
You're listening to the Saturday Night Party Mix. You're listening to the Saturday Night Party Mix.
Okay, we're going to loop you over a few times in there, like that and like that.
Party Mix here on your local community station, 88.
And then we need a bit of varied EQ on the end there, so it's like this.
You're listening to the Saturday Night Party Mix here on your local community station, 88.5 FM.
Sounding good? Okay, let's crack on then over here, and we'll bring this one in to focus here, this one up here.
2 hours of awesome 80s. The 80s till 8 on 88.5.
Okay, we're going to need to throw in something else. That's a nice 80s kind of stager, isn't it?
2 hours of awesome 80s. The 80s till 8 on 88.5 FM. 88.5. 88.5 FM.
Okay, simple as that. On to the next jingle here, and we've got this one coming in. Thank you, Ian, by the way, for the feedback on the cam. Going to get that sorted.
Thank you for tuning into the St. Helena. Thank you for tuning into the St. Helena podcast, where we talk and where we talk and podcast everything St. Helena.
Okay, looking good. On to the next up here. Let's move this along a little bit. Whoops. Move this up and this up. And we're getting there, aren't we? Slowly.
A Crunchy FM oldies double shot, playing the most unforgettable songs from the 50s, 60s and 70s.
Okay, let's get an impact. Right, here comes the next bit in here.
A Crunchy FM oldies double shot, playing the most unforgettable.
No.
Playing the most unforgettable songs from the 50s, 60s and 70s.
And then up the EQ at this point.
70s. Crunchy FM. 70s. Crunchy FM double shot.
It's high noon. Get your fingers.
It's time to be our and this is a double header jingle here, so let's pull this in, move this over, and mix this up. We're going to put this in like this.
It's high noon. Get your fingers on the trigger.
It's time to be our sharpshooter.
It's high noon. It's high noon. Get your fingers on the trigger.
It's time to be our sharpshooter.
And then next, we're going to throw this in here and pop this here.
Here is another.
And we'll go, whoa, we'll actually go for a stager.
Here is another hour of. Here is another hour of the greatest musical memories you. Here is another hour of the greatest musical memories you will have today.
And then a breaker in the middle.
Have today on KKME.
But wait, can I just ask a favor as well? Just sorry, as
Sure.
I know people are very engrossed in watching and just like, learning and kind of swallowing everything you are just putting in this as we're reaching the end of the jingles there. Could you make sure to hit the thumbs up button? If you are enjoying this, hit the thumbs up.
That'd be
please.
nice.
That
That'd be
would
really nice.
awesome.
That'd be lovely. Thank
would
you.
love to see you doing that.
Thumbs up. Thank you.
Thumbs up.
Thank you for tuning into the St. Helena podcast, where we talk everything St. Helena. Podcast, where we talk everything St. Helena. Okay, we're nearing the end here. We've got just a few more. Let's throw this in and we'll grab a stager.
You are in the middle. You are in the middle of the. You are in the middle of the. You are in the middle of a TGI. You are in the middle of a TGIF 40-minute music mix.
And then cut out.
Minute music mix here on Friday.
Back up here.
Here on Friday Night Live.
Perfect.
Can I just make a clarification? I can see a lot of
Can.
thumbs up coming in. But what I mean is, there is this button under the video that actually has a thumbs up. Just press it.
Nice.
Just press that. Thank you.
That's helpful. That is helpful. Yes. Thumbs up emoticons coming in on YouTube.
I know. But that kind of thing that you have under the video, like there are two. One is up and one is down. Just place the one that's up. Thank you.
And if you haven't done so already, it wouldn't hurt if you hit the subscribe button too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
There we go. Yes. So
This is Dave Rhodes on RTI. Normal programming will resume once we've broken into the studio and had him removed.
That's Mr. Clive there.
Mr. Clive. Mr. Clive is the best.
And had him removed.
Song to help you wind down and go to sleep.
You need something
Crunchy.
sleepy.
Moving.
Yeah. That's a very chilled out one, isn't it? That's nice. Let's put this one in here and we'll put this one in here. And then we'll go here and we'll use this.
Here is another song to help you wind down and go to sleep. Crunchy FM.
Moving pictures that moves you. Divergent me. Moving pictures that moves you. Media. Oh, wow. We'll take that out the end and then we'll throw this in just around there. You. Divergent Media. And save that again. Zoom it out. That is the full multi-track session. I'm going to mix that down, upload it. It'll be available at mrc.fm/FJF when this live stream ends. In around 60 seconds, but thank you so much for joining in. It's been absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed being here, haven't we, Iz?
We have indeed, and we will be back next week with even more fun. How about that?
Even more fun and games, so be sure to join us for the live stream.
Yes, I was going to say, if you really enjoyed it, spread the love. Like, the more people will know about the show, the better we can make it. So, just don't keep it as a little secret.
Absolutely.
Share the love.
Let it out around the world. We are making free jingles here for Free Jingle Friday, every single Friday, live here from these very studios that we're enjoying being in right now. So thanks so much for watching.
And all the jingles will be available at mrc.fm/FJF, so you can download everything we have made today under the link which Dominic just posted. Thank you.
You are fantastic. Have a great weekend.
Woohoo! Bye-bye.